What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video today. And in this video, I'm going to be taking a look at the Gemini Jets November 2025 releases. So I was not expecting a November release today amid a very busy schedule for me once again. But I figured it's a good opportunity for me to at least see what they've done for this month. I'm not expecting anything too crazy, but we shall see what happens as a result of the different schedule here. First release we're working with, we have a Flying Jennies C-130, U.S. Air Force. I don't know which particular air guard that's out of, but I'll look at that in a moment. Second release, we have a C-5, C-5A, how about that? And this is out of Martinsburg, the West Virginia Air Guard. Very nice. Third up, we have a Battleship Gray 747 SP. Very nice. I know Gemini was asking about this a while ago, so it looks like they're finally following through with it. There's a flaps down and a regular release. And then moving up, Saudi Arabian MD-90. Okay, that's very interesting. Did not know they had those, but hey, it's good for some variety here. And then we have the Qantas Freight, or Santa's Freight, A321 P2F. I love the little Santa there in the back, carrying part of the red tail. Then we should have, we got the Northwest 753 and 400 scale this month. Looking nice. And then continuing up, there's the JAL MD-90. Very heavy on the retros and 1 to 200 this month, so I think that's where the 400 scale could be lacking. Iran Air 747-100 in here. Very, very nice. One of the many future releases they announced recently. Then we have the Hawaiian 787-9 up next. Moving up, there's Etihad, the 777X or the 777-9. I think both names are still considered acceptable since the 777X was the initial marketing name for it, and then the 777-9 denotes the specific variant. Oh, Delta, or no, sorry, no, that is Delta. The Delta Connection, this is Business Express, Saab 340, oh my god. So they follow up on the current livery with a Bex Saab 340. So yeah, this is a very old Delta Connection livery if you're not familiar with this. Wow, that is impressive. American 789 flaps down, and then a regular release to follow. All right, let's move up to 1 to 400. 1, 2, 3, we're working with 7 planes this month, so not going to be a particularly exciting release, but we'll see what they decide to throw in for the 7. Oh, United 721! United 721 Salbas! Oh no! I have an eBay bid right now, and I do not want to be spending any more money on models. I should have not opened my mouth and said that. I should not have opened my mouth and said anything. Let's see, a Qatar 777X. So continuing with the theme of the 777X. I see a couple more. We got Emirates Sky Cargo in here, 777 Freighter Interactive Series. I think that's the first time that they've done it in 400 scale, I want to say. And then there's a standard configuration there. And then we have the Emirates 737-300. I saw this release surface. Somebody reported it at one of the duty-free stores or something, so I figured this is going to be in the next announcement, and that is certainly what we're working with. And then up top, the Aeromexico 737 MAX 9. This is this new special livery. I shouldn't really say new, like new-ish, technically. So yeah, that is what we're working with, and I skipped over one. Looks like a Delta aircraft. It is a 763, November 19er Delta November. All right, so kind of lackluster there in 400 scale for November this month, but I think it definitely is made up for by the fact that we got the United 721 in 400 scale, so that will be yet another model that I will have to get from Gemini Jets' releases. And I want to get that MAX 9 as well, the I don't know how to say the special livery name, but I've seen it around, just looking it up on Flight Radar and all that. But, I mean, 1 to 200 is absolutely loaded. I assume that's where their focus went for this month. But definitely loaded. The United SP Battleship Gray, so that's another one. I'll be at 200 scale for the Battleship Gray department. And then with the Saudi Arabian MD-90, along with the Beck's Saab 340. I hope that we see both the standard, or the current livery, I should say, and then this one in 400 scale in the future. Those would be hot sellers and would be gone in a flash. And then that Iran Air 741, hopefully that will come out at some point down the line for 400 scale. And then love to see the C5A. That makes its debut this time around for 200 scale. They've done, of course, a bunch of the Super Galaxies. Now we've got the C5A in 200 scale. And then, I should check the that C-130 there. This one was Keesler Air Force Base, or Kessler. I don't know how to say it, but I'm going to look this up, see where that one is at. So that is in Mississippi. So there we go. Yeah, so not really much else for me to talk about with this Gemini release. Again, the 400 scale is a kind of a small set. It's smaller than usual, but the 200 scale is larger, so I imagine that's why we're dealing with that. And of course, about half of the release is Emirates up in 400. But I will definitely get that United 721, so at least there is still a pick of interest for me out of this release. But that one's not going to be for a little while because I've got other stuff I need to get, and I will need to get caught up on Gemini Jets 2025 releases around the new year. So expect a massive unboxing of that at some point once I sort everything out as to what I want and what I will plan on getting. With that being said, thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.